Okay, I want to say hello again everybody. Hi, it's only me, Richard, and I want to say how you doing. In this video I want to talk about using 3D models. Okay, I want to talk about using 3D models and also photos for reference when you're doing artwork. Now, first and foremost, I believe as an artist, anyone who likes to draw or paint like me, you want to practice until you get better and better so that you can draw well just from your imagination and just freehand, But sometimes even the most professional artists use not only a range of different tools, but tools for reference too, and materials such as photos and even 3D models like this, okay, especially if you're doing digital art, and I focus mainly on digital art. Now here I've got 3D Warehouse online. This is a website, okay, 3dwarehouse.sketchup.com. Now if you're familiar with the software called SketchUp, which I like to use a lot, okay, it's a 3D software. I've got the 2015 Pro version, but it's 2015, but it works well enough for what I do. And I want to say, people that use SketchUp know, I mean, it's an amazing software for like 3D modeling and making 3D models and stuff. But not only that though, it's also good for reference, which I want to show you in a moment, and I've shown you that as well before in some videos. But the thing I want to say is that a lot of people, there are very good artists and stuff out there who look down upon using any form of 3D models, and I understand where they're coming from, but I still believe we should have an open mind in terms of our art. I'm talking about 2D artists that do drawing and painting, just like I like to do, making comics or animation, whatever it is, 2D, some people believe that if you want to become a better artist, you need to just practice, and that's it. Study the body. That if you're drawing figures, for example, things like that, rather than messing around with 3D figures in a software such as like Poser, which I have, or things like DAZ 3D, which is out there. For 3D figures, you want to try and just draw more. It's okay to study photos and stuff, apparently, but But the thing I want to say is that I agree, but at the same time, I believe 3D is very useful. Here I'm talking about using any form of 3D objects, be it 3D models, 3D. It could be anything. Buildings, okay, building shapes. It could be vehicles like trucks, lorries, cars, helicopters, whatever it may be. These are things you don't always have the chance to see from various angles, especially since, you can see photos, you can look at, there's lots of material online you can find if you wanted to find photos of helicopters, let's say, from different angles. But you may not necessarily, or some battleships or something, but you may not see every angle that close up, or the angles that you specifically want of a specific certain vehicle, right, or a building. So I believe what I'm talking about here is not only studying to be better at drawing those specific things, but also studying and using these 3D models for reference though, and for drawing over, like going on another layer and working on drawing, on tracing them as such, but also to draw to help you understand shape and form. It's training your eyes and training you for perspective. So I'm not even talking about saying that how accurate some of these models may be, or how super realistic or not. The fact is, there are a lot of models that are fairly detailed enough just for you to get the basic shapes, and I think it's a good practice to be drawing. Practice, if you download a model like I'm about to show you at the moment, it could be anything. It could be a kitchen that someone's made, or some detailed piece of furniture, or some house. You can change the camera angle, zoom in and out, and then try drawing over that, just to get used to practicing. It's like guidelines. It's like stabilizer wheels on a bike for kids learning to ride bikes, or anyone. Yeah, so basically you're learning in that as such you're training yourself to be able to see perspective and see angles, see the shapes of buildings and vehicles and all kinds of things for you, and anything. It could be people, it could be animals or whatever. You see what I'm trying to say? As a tool on top of everything else. So studying from real life, studying just by thinking about it, studying just through freehand, studying through drawing over photos or looking at it side by side as a reference, just all kinds of stuff. But this is just one form, and I think 3D is not to be overlooked. It's something that is there to look at, that can help us in terms of shaping our mind to become better drawers. It doesn't mean you have to be so rigid like some of these models are. It doesn't mean you have to draw in such a rigid way. Like you learn to be flowing and fluid, and you draw not only what you see, but you draw from your mind. Be creative artistically too. But sometimes without these shapes there, you've got a blank mind, literally. And what's the point sometimes in not giving yourself a little bit of extra help? You know what I mean? It's like anything. It's not to say you're cheating by using a ruler, but if you practice often enough drawing straight lines like that, in future you'll be better and you'll be able to draw very straight lines, fairly straight lines anyway, and get good perspective without using certain tools. And I think by studying shapes from different angles, like, you know, when you're walking down the street, you're looking and studying anyway. You got the vision, and that will help you for your art, for your eyes, for the vision for art, let's say. But I believe for 3D and that, 3D models also can help you. They help me a lot. They really do. You can set up scenes for comics, for animation and stuff, positioning and posing characters in your mind and on the screen and on the canvas, in where they're going to be in specific shots and scenes, and how they're going to be posed, and how they're going to be moving around the scenes or fighting or whatever the action's going to be. So what I want to basically show you that is there's 3D things. There's a website called Sketchfab 2, which I'll just show you very quickly, which is an amazing website with some very detailed 3D models that people just upload constantly. It's just got so much stuff. Some of them are free to download too, but you can just check out these models in 3D. Like if I type in house, just really quickly, just roughly, just typing in house here, you'll see what I mean. Like lots of houses come up. They've got interiors, they've got exteriors, all kinds of models here that people have uploaded and stuff, and some of this stuff's really amazing. Let me just click on this one. And what I like about this website, Sketchfab, is it gives you an actual in browser, just straight up, fully rendered preview of the models too. Now some of these models here you've got to pay for. Some of them are there's a lot of ones that are for free too to use. And some of the models which I like on here, a lot of the detailed models, like there's models of Spider-Man and Wolverine and all kinds of stuff like that. Like I like to create my own characters and stuff, but I'm saying they've got a lot of models, where you're allowed to actually use them. I'm just looking at this here in the browser here to see what this model looks like. Okay, and you can imagine if I wanted to make some kind of horror movie or something, and I don't know what a house like this might look like necessarily from my mind, so to that level of detail. But by studying, I'm not living in a part of the world where I can see houses like this. This looks straight out of some kind of American, Stephen King film or something. But I'm just saying, okay, I don't live in a part of the world where I can see houses like this, but I can look at films and stuff, I can look at photos, and there's a lot of stuff here. But to see a house like this and to study it, a model, a lot of these models look very, very realistic. You'll agree, I'm sure. And some of these models, I was going to say, I'm not saying I'd like to use them necessarily in a thing, because I'd like to do them myself, although you are allowed to for some of these. What I'm trying to say is some of these models you can actually use as long as you give credit to the person who made it, the name. Like let's say for example, this person here is Canistra. So I'm not going to be downloading this. You're going to pay for this one anyway, this one. But you see what I mean? Like look at these camera angles here. I'm zooming in. Look, I could just zoom in from here, get any of these kind of like cinematic. Please excuse me, my camera just stopped there, but you know what I mean. I can get any of these kind of like cool camera angles here. You know, hold on, where, you know, I would not be able to just think this up in my mind and draw it per se to the level of detail, you know, at least I'm saying. They've got whole streets and stuff, they've got all kinds of interiors to houses and stuff too, and I could set up a scene here, I could draw a comic, you know, I could have characters standing here talking, or even a fight scene on here. So you've got a whole world that's ever expanding. People are constantly uploading stuff, they've got more and more detailed stuff to look at. And if you're just doing literally, if you just want to improve your art, there's stuff here to practice. You can use this stuff for reference. And if you want to use stuff to like help you get specific angles for shots and things, and for characters in scenery, you could use part of this. You could use part of this building and part of another building and put them together and just draw and just make scenes up using this, even in part. Not this model, I'm just saying specific, you know, models you could do. If you wanted a certain staircase or a certain doorway from another building, you could use those, and you can draw the rest of it in yourself and just make it all your own. You're drawing, all of the art is your own art, but just using this stuff for a guide. And it's like a real, like a whole world in there almost. You've got online here, models. There's so many resources, you know, as well as going out into the real world. You can take a camera and take photos and stuff, and then come home, and then you'll have all those shots in your mind, and you can set up your action, how they're going to fight, whatever it may be, some kind of martial arts battle, some gunfight, some car chase, some kind of a manga, some kind of whatever it might be, superheroes, X-Men type stuff. You can imagine all these crazy scenes you could have, or any kinds of genres and stories, you know, but you can just imagine and make them up, rather than sitting there thinking, damn, how do I draw our house, you know, and you just come up with a square cube and you're like, oh, I'll do another shape here, and you don't know exactly how to draw a specific stylized thing. You could practice drawing different windows, you could practice looking from different angles like this. See, just looking, you may be looking from an angle like this. I can imagine I'm hiding around this corner, Michael Myers, or someone's hiding around the corner looking here, and someone's coming up from that staircase that's there. See, someone could be standing here crying on this porch here, and someone could be coming up the staircase, you know, what's wrong, or someone could be hiding behind this wall here with a gun, see, and then someone could be walking there. So I'm getting ideas. When I'm walking down the street, I'm always getting ideas. I'm always thinking about ideas for telling stories, cartoons, or movie making in general, and choreography and action, and how you'd be able to make things. But if you've got this power like this in the computer too, it's there. You know, too, you can get different camera angles and everything, so you're just setting it up. Take some screenshots or whatever, you know, store them, number them, order them, take a few notes, write down stuff. What's going to happen? Okay, he's going to walk up the staircase. If you're afraid you're going to forget, let's say, you know, and then plan out what's going to happen. Okay, it's a fight scene on this porch. Two people are going to do a kung fu scene on this porch, and somebody's going to end up getting punched through that window or something, you know, or kicked through the wooden banisters here, you know, someone's going to get kicked through it. You could make that and draw that, you know, draw it bit by bit, you know. You've got to have that imagination, you know. That's what I love about animation as well. I love filmmaking, but it's like animation's another way of filmmaking too, you know. Anyway, so this is Sketchfab, okay. It's a good website, but let's go to what I was saying, and let's look at some of what I'm talking about here. So I've got this here is a 3D warehouse. Okay, this website's very good, and I've found a model here in another window on my browser, a model of a warehouse, and I like this because it seems to be an external model, but it's got a few vehicles there. It's got a bit of a scene to it. So let's just have a look at this, okay. I'm going to download the 2014, the 15 version. I'll download 2014, screw it. Okay, I'm just downloading that here, okay. Okay. I'm going to just put that down for a moment. Okay, I'm going to open this up now, and I'm going to show you. Just really quickly. And when this loads up, we should be okay. I'm going to just show you how I would maybe use something like this. See how you could use something like this to set up some scenes very quickly. Obviously you need to practice sketching and drawing and painting and all that, and then same for figures and people and stuff, you know. Yeah, but it loads up, okay, in your scene. Okay, it's going to load up any moment now. It's going to load up, okay. Should do. May take a while to load up because of the different features of this model, which I've not seen yet. It's just taking a while to load up, but you'll see what I mean. I'll just take a couple of screenshots and you'll see how we can set up a little. I could set up a comic with multiple scenes or anything. Not to say that you have to draw using this kind of stuff or just cheating all the time. I don't mean that. Okay. Plus we've just crashed, by the way, so I'm going to have to reload it again. I think we've just crashed. Sometimes this happens, as I say, but oh, excuse me, wrong one, this one here. Okay, let me go up here and let it load up. What I'm trying to say is, yeah, if you wanted to learn how to do something like, let's say, to draw something, it could be buildings, okay, or like this, or vehicles, it could be helicopters, boats, anything, okay. You see, they don't have to look so realistic, but you see what I'm saying? You've got the basic shapes and you've got the angles. See, I could have a scene here with someone getting out of a car. I could practice. See, you've got a doorway here as well. And look at this. Look, some of these models have got details in. You know, I mean, look, they've got steps up here and things. Look, see, got a staircase in here as well. There's nothing much inside, I don't think, but we've got some stuff there. I could have somebody calling from the window, or someone getting chucked out of the window, or whatever. You have a fight scene on the roof. You have a fight up here. Someone gets chucked down. Someone jumps down. We've got this. You could have gunfire. Someone hiding behind the trucks. These cars could be police cars over there. We could have a whole scene revolving around the driver of this truck standing here and his friend standing beside him talking. It could be raining. Imagine different scenes. You know, the rain. Got tanker things here and stuff. Look, this whole little model here is like a scene in itself. You can imagine it's like the real world outside is like that. You've got a whole real excuse me. Okay, I want to say I'm really sorry there. I accidentally dragged the camera off and we lost the angle. But I was just saying, okay, when you've got a model like this, you know, you've really got, it's just like the real world. You know, you've got so much potential looking around you. You can imagine scenes, what you could do. And there's even a 3D, there's even a figure here, but I won't be using this figure at all. It's just a 2D image, just for size in there. But, you see what I'm saying though? Things like that. Just delete that, erase that figure. But yeah, you see how they've got doors, they've got stairways. Okay, you can see that through there. You could set up an action scene of some sort. I want to also say, while we're here, if you look inside here, we can actually see inside some of these rooms too. So, you know, it's pretty cool as well. Got these windows here. You know, this here, got another side to this over here. Well, I didn't know it was double-sided. It's got two sides to it. So, got this side too. You know, whatever's inside here. But look at all those different angles you can have. See, coming in here now. I see coming in here. Oh, okay, you go through to the other side. I see. Okay. You know, and so with a model like this, okay, what I'm basically trying to say is, when you've got a model like this, you've got so much power in your hands. I could take a scene and change it any way I like. I can change it to be a bit different. Now someone's messed up with these cars, as you can see here. I mean, I could even just save these cars out. See, some of these models are great because they come with multiple models within them, and they're separate objects. Like that car there is a separate object, and another one here, I think in fact they are probably copies. So I could just save that out as another model if I wanted to. I could save that and I could use this car again in another scene if I didn't want to have this whole scene, you know. But what I'm trying to say though is sometimes with some of these scenes, okay, you may not need to use the whole thing anyway. I don't have to have it outside a warehouse. This could be a school, a building, any kind of building I imagine. This could be just a road on the street. I could have trees. I can draw and paint the trees on the other side, you know. I can do all kinds of crazy camera angles as well, like this. See, look, using excuse me, you know, different kinds of, if I want to have different kind of camera angles, you'll see what I'm saying in a moment. See here, okay, from here, see, whatever, all kinds of crazy angles, okay. Someone could be firing guns from here, see, shooting or something crazy, okay. What else, you know, camera, field of view, things like this, see. There we go, see. All kinds of crazy angles, you see. Now if I was going to draw that, I don't have to keep it the same even, you see. Plus I can play with the styles to give my mind another idea, such as like this. Changing the styles a little bit. See, you get different angles now, look, see. Changing to different styles, such as this. You hold on 1 second so you can get some different styles. Make it more simpler, so just to see what we're doing, things like that. So let's say then, just for argument's sake, let's say I do want to go with a style with this, okay. Here, see, I could do that. I could go to File and Export a 2D image or a 2D graphic or whatever. Okay, it's going to look like that, but never mind. Saving it there, you see. I'm going to just turn this off and I'm going to bring it into an art software and you'll see what I'm talking about. If this closes properly. Okay, and I'm going to turn off Google Warehouse for the moment. Okay, where is it? And now my whole screen's kind of moved around, so you'll bear with me for 1 second. I don't think it's saved properly. Okay, yeah, please excuse me there. I didn't save it properly. So what I've done is I went in and I've taken another screenshot. Okay, this one. Okay, this particular screenshot here. Okay, here's what I've just taken. This particular screenshot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this into my art software. Okay, Fire Alpaca, which is a very good art software. I always use it for so many things. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's say for example I want to use part of this picture. Okay, so I'm going to go in, I'm going to go, you know, change it up a bit, you know, turn the hue down, black and white, turn this up, see the lines. So it's giving me an idea of how to draw, and this could be anything. It could be a helicopter or anything. Could be some battleship or anything. My focus of interest is going to be this car here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that out. I'm going to go to select, inverse the selection, delete the outsides, go to deselect, I'm going to go transform, turn the angle or something, do something different, make it bigger. Okay, I can do anything I want, flip horizontally. I'm just showing you to give you the idea, you see. You know, and I can change this to my heart's desire, you know what I mean? But I can practice drawing a car like this. I could turn it from different angles and try and draw that car from different angles if I wanted to, you know. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to choose a basic colour, make another layer, put this one on top. Okay, it's not going to be perfect, but just there, faint, merge them down, go on to another layer, go to black, choose a pen, choose it go very thin with it, see, and then just practice drawing, you see what I'm saying? And I can just go in here, see, I could do it anywhere. I could do a different kind of car altogether if I wanted to. See, I can go in here, I could just make my own vehicle up. Let's make my own vehicle. I'm just going to sketch a vehicle in, see, just following the lines, see. Okay, I'm going to have it like this. See, I'm going to do lights like this, okay. Let's just do it like that, okay. Okay, I'm going to just do it totally different. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm doing some shapes here, see. Just do a different kind of car, okay. Like that, okay. Now I'm going to do this on the front there, see. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to do some funky windows like this. I don't even know what the hell that's about. Okay. Going up here. I don't even know what that's about. I'm going to go here. I'm not even going to have mirrors on it. It's not even going to have normal doors on it. It's going to go there. Some big bumper thing there, see. That's going to be like that. So I'm sketching it, just literally sketching in a vehicle, see. And but all the whole time still, you know, using what I said. So I'm going to go up here, make this higher, you know, this more smaller here, this will be there, see, and this is going to be like bars across here. It's like some army vehicle. I don't know what the hell it is, see. So 2 seats in the front, okay. Okay, there, something like that. I want to have a big gun thing up here is what I want to have. A big blaster that shoots rockets or something out from the back, you know. Some crazy thing. Okay. I have 2, you know, there. Okay, and all from just having that basic vehicle there. Okay, you have some lines there, whatever the hell, you know. Okay, and there's a basic thing there, see. From here we can adjust the back part of it, you know. Do this up a bit, go there. Don't look that good, but I'm just saying, just showing what you could do, you know. I'm going to go in just with a quick pen, just really quickly, okay. One of these pens I like to use, just really quickly, just for the sake of doing this video, right? Very quick one. This is only for the quickness of the video that I'm using this rough pen, okay? and you become faster at sketching, as I say too. See. Okay, so be there. Can have spiked tyres if you wanted to, you know. It looks really rough, I know, but you know, I could do this. You see, do that there. Merge that down, bring that down. Something like that. I don't know. Okay, we'll blend. What I'll do now is I'll just come in underneath, see, and do a colour. Okay, it's ended up red. I didn't want it to be red, but still, whatever. You know, it's like a transformer almost. You know. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm going for my other pen here because I made a bit of a boo-boo there. Okay. Yeah, so you know, it's all coming together, and you'll see what I mean in a moment, and how we can come up with this. I know this is very, very rough. I know this is very rough. Okay. It's not the point. The whole point of it's not to be saying that. As I say, I can change the colour to another colour. I think you will have a blue. I think we'll have a blue. It's going to be a nighttime type scene anyway. So let's just have that. Merge those down for a moment. Do that. We're making a quick painting here. It's a quick picture here. We'll see. Turn that down, bam bam. Okay, go with the contrast again on this. Levels, so it's in the night time, let's say. The vehicle, go for the blur, just really quick, bit of a little blur. Maybe that's a bit too much. Slight blur. Bam bam, see. And what we can do is we can have a multiple of these, see, multiples of these. But first of all, we're going to make this one better, so make that darker first, then we're going to start adding shine. Well, you'll see, I'll add lighter areas first where I think I want it to be lighter. Okay, and we can always change things anyway. We're going to add lights and darks and things. Okay. Just imagining where the shapes are, you know. And just go to show, you know, with a bit of imagination. And plus you can turn rough things into better things, see, too. But I'm just saying that you can spend more time and do better stuff, obviously. I'll make these bars light, fuck it. Yeah. But it just goes to show, you know, with a bit of imagination, you know, you can actually come up with something, you know. I'm going to go with a bit of a brown in a moment, okay. On top of this, I'll make another layer, go to clipping, go to colour on the blending modes, go to brown pen, very dark brown pen for the wooden, for the brown chairs inside, very brown. It won't go outside of the lines if you've got it on, as I say, if you've got it on clipping there. We'll go to multiply, I think, and then I'm going to turn up the brightness. Let's have it like that, I think, just a lighter version of it. Okay, merge those down, make a duplicate of this. Well, now we're going to start doing some shading and lighting. We're going to make a lighter version of this. Make it like the light's coming from the front / right side almost. Okay, that's what I'm going to do, I'm saying. You don't have to. But I still want to have some light on the other side, so it's kind of awkward now, but you know, these things, you know. It's okay, merge those down, make a duplicate, make a darker one. Now I'm just going to lighten that up, this side, you know. Looks like a transformer almost, I know. Bit of detail inside there. Okay, there we go. Play with the brightness a little bit and the contrast a little bit here. Now in the middle layer I'm going to choose a bit of a blue. Okay, I'm going for this blue because it's like a night scene. Okay, so before we do that though, I think what we're going to do is, as I say, make some duplicates of this vehicle, make more of them, so you know, yeah. And that's pretty cool, have like more of them, you know, as though that's that. Okay, so we can play around with the what do you call it too, the perspective of that on the perspective, the mesh transform as well, so whatever. But so I'm going to have that as that. I'm going to make this one a bit of a different, slight different tone, I think, and I'm going to add some lights and stuff in a moment. Hold on one second. Okay, going into a hue change, bit of a greener one maybe. See, I like the idea of green because it's like army type thing. We'll have a yellow one, or maybe we'll just have that very pale looking. Like that. Okay, fair enough. Slightly darker maybe. Okay, now on the ground underneath I'm going to choose a colour of some sort, bluish colour. I'm going to go with a brush here and I'm going to paint across. Oh, not like that, hold on, like this maybe. You know, just putting some lines across this. It's like they're driving through the desert or driving through the night, you know, or whatever. Or they just I want it to be like they're parked in the night really, but you know. And again, you know, we're going to have the night sky as well, so bit of a blue up here, cloudy, I don't know, bit lighter up there, see, in the sky, and you get your scene sort of thing, you see. Yeah, like that. Merge those down, make it a bit darker maybe. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some lights on these cars. I want to put some shines on them as well in a moment. So we're here, we're creating some art, as I say, you know. We're creating some art. And I'm making some arty videos for you today. Okay guys, I wouldn't mind having like the moon up there in the sky, who wouldn't, you know. Put a moon up there, you know. We need to get that right brush first, okay? I think that's what we need to do. Put a few clouds there as well in the sky. Okay. Now, I'll just leave that moonlight. I'll give it a bit of a glow. Fair enough. A little bit of a glow on the cars there, you know. There's nobody driving them really anyway, so that's there. Okay, now, yeah, I'm gonna have some lights on them. Okay, so those two lights are on. Okay, I think I need to put this light on in this room too because it's pretty bright, pretty dark here. Okay. Oh, light, you know. Okay. So there we go with that. Now. Okay. So I need to have that. See, really, like they're really shining. You know. And you know, I want to have that there. I want to go over here and get it in. Okay, like that. Blur it out a bit. Make it blurry. Okay. Yeah, we could put some drivers in. Fair enough. Put a bit of dust at the back there, whatever, you know. Make it like they're driving. Okay, I might do that. I might put some drivers in there. You know. You know, I might do that, okay? So, I'll be careful of how I do this. Because this light, the light shining from those vehicles, you know. And there we go. I'm going to basically merge them all down now. In a moment, hold on. Okay, merge those down. I wanted to put some shines on the vehicles too, you know, but we'll see if we can do that really quickly. Put some little thin lines. Little lines like that. Turn the opacity down a little. I think we'll just have it like that. I'll go in with a black now. Okay, how many minutes we got on this? We've got enough time. And yeah, you know, put some drivers in there. Some little people in there, just some little marks like that. And that'll be enough for heads. That's it, we don't even need to see them really, you know. Yeah, a little bit of like misty something or other up there. You know, to balance it out. You know. Okay. Again, also these kind of little marks you see, they like leave light on the like clouds, and like make it look like there's clouds in the sky. See, and you can like make it look like that, you know, look like there's shadows and things. I don't know, things happening, mists and stuff. See here, so the dark shows the light and the light shows the dark. See, so this kind of stuff going on. Real Transformers G.I. Joe stuff here, man. You know, and they're coming, they're on their way, these guys. Okay, so I'm going to do this, I'm going to go there. You got to be careful though, because too much is going to mess it up. I'll do one more thing, and that's I'm going to add a bit of a blue and a red over this. You'll see what I mean, just for some effect. Wow, look at that, see? And there you go. We made a little picture there from God knows what that the idea came from, but you know. But I wasn't planning to do that. I just got carried away with the picture, you know. I think I'll just have that like that. Save that as it is, just like that. I think. I know we've got carried away on the lights there, but we'll leave it like that. We'll just look at it in full screen first, one time. I think we still need to do something on this now, because I kind of messed that up a bit, and that is put some light here, see now, because the way it's looking there looks a bit. Yeah, it looks more like it. Go file, save, okay, turn it off, let's check it out. So here's the original. Here's the original, and now here's what we got. You know, not the best, but still, you know, something. Ooh, the driving scene on the scene. Okay. 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 Another one for the collection, isn't it, you know? I'm going to stop this video here and say thanks for watching, alright? But yeah, definitely, you know, in terms of practicing like different pictures, as I say, you could just start sketching a picture so simply, you know what I mean? You could have a photo of a helicopter or something and just start sketching over it, you know? Literally, it could be anything. You could literally have a photo of a helicopter and just start sketching, or a battleship or something, you know, and just start drawing them shapes in, you know, whatever shapes you see, you just start drawing the shapes, just coming in, you know what I mean, and then you get used to drawing like machinery and things. You see what I'm trying to say? I don't even know what I'm drawing here, just some kind of handlebars of a bike or something. It could be anything, it could be something there, the machine, see, and then you get used to drawing that. Sorry, the thing just cut out. I'm just saying that, yeah, you know, you're just drawing all kinds of machinery and stuff, you know. And this could be an up angle there, things like that. See, can have some kind of guy there, you know, some guy up here. holding a gun or something. Some soldiers, you know, it could be somewhere on a boat or something. You know. It could be like some big boat or something, some big battleship you can imagine. Yeah. You know, up above there, something like that. Could have someone standing up here, holding guns. See people up there. Could have something up here. See the big ship, whatever the hell they've got up there. I don't even know. You know, I'm just saying. Big guns or something. You see. Clouds in the sky. That could be a flag post. Just I don't know. You know what I mean? So this could be like that, you know. It could be a dark thing, you know. This one could be even darker. It could be a night time scene, and you just get better at doing certain shapes, you see. You know. You just get better at doing various shapes like this. You hold on, and then when you start to do like actual, you know, real art, you know, with real pictures and stuff, you'll get used to doing certain shapes. Now I've just done this literally freehand, just here now. But I'm just saying, imagine if you was like using something like a model of a helicopter or some kind of battleship or something. You know, you could look and see where the shapes go and get used to drawing certain lines. You know, and then just adding more detail in from your imagination as well. It doesn't have to be perfectly the same, you know, when you do your real ones, you know, and then you just literally, you know, just make it up, you know what I mean, and then you just make it up, and you start to come up with all kinds of scenery and scenes just from your mind, and you just get better at drawing, I think, by training yourself to be like that, to do that. See, and you play with the different layers, you just add some colour on and stuff later on. I think what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to make the sky a little bit brighter. It's a nighttime scene really, but you know, I want this to be like no, I think I'm going to make it like, hang on, this brighter. That's a bit too bright, but you'll see what I mean. I think my webcam is very dark at the moment, isn't it? I'm not doing this perfect, I'm just doing this here, okay, for now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this one actually darker, because the dark thing should be in the foreground, shouldn't it? Should we have it like that? Okay, you see what I'm saying? Make this one a little bit brighter. Hang on, wrong one. This one a little bit brighter. No, a bit darker, sorry. A little bit darker. Okay. I'm going to erase this to reveal that. And this is going to be even darker. And this is going to be a little bit lighter. You see? To get the perspective on there. Still too light though. You see? Boy, getting that in there, see? Now, getting it in, you know. I'm gonna erase a bit of this to show that. gun below we just missed. Okay, merge that down, make another darker one even. But can you believe it? On that dark stuff today. Okay, now I'm just gonna basically just go in with a soft eraser. You see, and just show different things. Now there's people up there, don't forget, on top of this. Yeah, so it's lighter, for some reason it's lighter on this side, I don't know, in terms of the story. I'm saying. So it's lighter there on this side, see? And then over here, see with the clouds on this side, see? These guys are at sea, you know. You've got to tell the story, imagine the story in your mind. These guys are at sea. They're soldiers, they're out searching for something on the sea. Okay. We're going to go in, we're going to merge that. It's very rough, but it's like you get the idea, you get the feel for it. There they are, and that's where they are, on the sea, you see. And you know, you can go in with a black pen like of some kind and do some more, you know, details and stuff. That's a bit too strong, I think, but you know, a bit too big. Certain things, you see, certain lines and things. Okay, on like the outlines of this, let's say, not too strong, just certain things. So they're not too strong. And the things where there's like shadows and things, see. Try to imagine, see. And then we can do is we can come in here and make it like it's raining. You see, make it look like it's raining there. They're going into the storm, you see. They're going into the storm, see. There's the rain coming down. I've got this thing on here, see. There's different ways I could have done these lines as well, by the way, but you know, I'm just doing it this way now. Okay, and going it off, turn that down a bit, duplicate that, make a lower version of it, low opacity version of it, move it a bit, see, get that blurriness, the blur effect, see. Oh, I just messed that up, hold on, go to merge all, I think, for that, you know. Little things like little spray. Always try to go on another layer if you can. You know. So I'm going to choose a different brush for this one, just really for quickness. Dust. Okay. Doesn't look like it now, but it will do, hopefully. Okay, a little bit of that. Hold on. Just look like it's in the rain, I don't know. You know. Okay, there, you know, just things bouncing off and stuff. Just, you know, okay. I think we definitely used the wrong one anyway, but like this would be okay, see. the wind's blowing some of them in a different direction. Now I'm going to go onto another layer and just choose blue and a little bit of yellow. Okay, and I'm going to go here. I want it to be more blue. I want it to be more blue. So. Okay, that's not more blue. Huh. Have it like this maybe. Go for colour, kind of like that. See. I'm going to merge them all. Merge them all, okay. Alright, see. Go like this. I'm going to go for there. I don't know why I chose to go for a square. It was just rough, random, really stuff, you know. And I'm going to do a little lightning bolt in the back there to finish up. Hold on. Okay, there. They're going into battle, you know. So. And there we go. It's the battleship, you know. It's the battleship, alright. Sure is. And I think what we can do for some extra effect too is, and you may think this is crazy, but you'll see in a moment. I've still got that line on there, good. Oh, hold on. I'm just doing some crazy lines here. You'll see what I mean in a moment. It's like the water splashing up, you know, or the rain, and they're at sea. You got the feel of it, you know. So that's going to be there, you know, and yeah, gonna give it a blur. You know, duplicate that as well. When it's ready, hopefully that's duplicated. And now I'm going to move that here, see? You see, and we've got the effect. So I'm going to save, I'm going to merge this down, give it a last bit of contrast. Okay. A last bit of a play on the contrast. Okay, I think we're going to just leave it like that though. We'll leave it like that. We'll leave that one like that, I think. They're on the sea. Okay, so thanks for watching that one. I'm going to save that. So just showing some sketching in this video as well as talking about 3D, alright, and I want to say thanks for watching, and say 3D there is an option we can look at as well. And as I say, okay, and as I say, so these are the two pictures we've done in this video. We've done this one and this one. This one and this one, okay. So they're on the sea, get the feel, they're on the boat there. It's a storm, it's a stormy night, high up on the boat there. Their guns, you know, it's raining. Okay, and there we go, there's the scene. Okay, so I want to say thank you very much for watching this one. and I'll see you again next time. Take care, okay? It's pretty dark. If you can't see me, I'm still here, okay? Nothing gets done by itself, you know. Sometimes you've got to put passion into it and imagination. Thanks for watching.